This is the Reserve Collection Black Angus Prime Rib Roast from Rastelli. This is the largest prime rib roast that they offer, that they sell at QVC. This is 7 pounds of delicious, perfect prime rib. And you're going to love it because it is so easy to prepare. And as we continue to cut into this, you're going to see, as we get closer to the middle, you can see some of those juices already coming out. This is going to get much more medium in the middle, and it's going to be exciting. Now, we only have 2,200 of these to go around. You can do auto delivery, which will give you 2 ships, and those 2 ships will deliver now and then in March of 23 in time for Easter. Ray Rastelli, our own personal butcher at QVC, is joining us with 47 years experience and a holiday sweater to boot.
And a holiday sweater, yes. And you can hear the jingling because that's the only thing I can hear in my ear at this point.
I love it. I love it. What I smell, that may be all you hear, but what I smell is this delicious and delightful prime rib. And this is your top of the line, your best of the best.
It is. It is the Reserve Collection. As you mentioned, David, as you go further into the center, so the outside of this roast was actually more like a well or a medium well. As you get into the center, it becomes a little bit more medium to medium rare. But what you can guarantee is that every piece is going to be juicy and tender because it is from our Reserve Collection, which means this is Black Angus beef, small family farms that I have been working with for over 45 years. And only 4% of all cattle are going to qualify for this quality of product.
We're having some meat candy right here.
There you go.
There it is, that little crust. Ray, this is the holidays.
It is.
This is the holidays. Oh my gracious, it's so wonderful. Now, for people who are thinking about buying this today and are nervous about preparation, this is not the butter method. So let's talk about it. It does come with a bag or a container of seasoning. And this is a big prime rib roast. This is 7 pounds. Walk us through the cooking process.
Really, really simple. All right, so first of all, it's the biggest prime rib we've ever had. And I'm going to show you what 7 pounds actually looks like on a bone in a minute. But this is, you're going to take this out of your freezer, and I would suggest taking it out of your freezer 2 days in advance because it's going to take time to thaw in your refrigerator. Once you pull it out of your refrigerator, let it get to room temperature. It's going to take about another 30 minutes on your counter. Open the package. This is a vacuum package, which means you're sealing in all the freshness.
How many days thawing in the fridge?
2 days.
2 days.
2 days, right? I always like to thaw under refrigeration. So when you thaw this out, again, after it's thawed completely, take it out of the package, put it on your counter, let it get to room temperature, and pat it dry with a paper towel. That's all you got to do. Now, we're giving you the seasoning packet. My recommendation is you just season the entire top. Use all of that seasoning all over the top.
That's going to create the bark.
It's going to create
meat
that
candy.
Exactly. And then all you've got to do is put this in your oven at about 350. It's going to take about an hour and 45 minutes, but I always recommend use that meat thermometer. And about 135, between 130 and 135 is where I always pull it because I know it's going to get at least 10 more degrees cooked in that 10 minutes that we actually sit.
You saw those meat thermometers we had
That
earlier.
was perfect.
Yeah,
that
we're going to find it right now.
What should be
I'm
used.
surprised it's not out here. I thought it would be. So we are very excited to be able to do this. And now, Ray, you said a 350 oven for about an hour and 45
For about
minutes?
an hour and 45 to an hour and 50.
Do you put this on a rack of any kind?
I always put it on a sheet pan with a rack, and I always like to put the best red wine that I like to drink is what I'll put on the bottom of that, David, or maybe a little bit of water. But that moisture just helps to actually steam through that roast. It's a big roast. It's the biggest roast we've ever had, and it's going to feed a lot of people. So you're also going to want to think about leftovers. So whether it's a prime rib sandwich, right, that French cut, whether it's bruschettas. Now think about a prime rib bruschetta. Think about taking a nice thin slice.
Doing a nice a French dip sandwich.
Yeah, a French dip.
But
look at this, right?
Here's Rosina ready to come in with her meat thermometer.
There you go.
It's
good to see you. And that's exactly what you'd want to use on something like this. Right in the center.
You want to try that?
Go ahead, put that in.
This one's been resting a while.
Yeah, it's been resting a while.
Let's see what we got here.
And we are at 139, it looks like.
Yeah.
140? 139.
139, 140?
Yep, which is just that perfect temperature for medium, as you can see. Now, when we pulled this, it was at about 125 to 128 degrees. So
let's slice, Rosina, a little piece here because it looks like the only other fork we have is one I've already had in my mouth, so I don't want to give you
Okay.
Yeah, I can hold it. No problem.
Rosina, I'm going to give you the piece that I know David always likes best, right? Which is the decal there. But you're going to get to taste the quality of the beef, right? The tenderness, right? It just...
It falls apart. Not like a filet mignon. not like any of the other pieces of meat. This one falls apart in your mouth. You know, it's a treat because for me, and tell me if I'm wrong, being Italian, a prime rib like this, things like this, would be at weddings.
Yeah,
That's
where you
where
go
we see it.
and they would carve it under a heat
The
lamp.
carving
Right, they get the
stations.
carving
It was
stations.
always a treat. It was always something special. So now to be able to make it at home
Yep.
with your directions.
It's very, very simple to do. And you know, but really what the star of it is, it's where it starts.
He's over at the meat block. I'm going to come.
Oh, go ahead, David. I know, but this is really where it starts, right? It starts on the small family farms. It starts with those farmers that I have worked with. And what I want you to see is this is a prime rib of beef. This is a whole prime rib of beef. Now, this weighs about 15 pounds, right? But you're not getting 15 pounds. You know why? Because we're taking all the fat off it. We're taking all of the bone off of it. This is what you're getting. Look at the size. This is the largest prime rib we have ever done. I need 2 hands to pick it up. And I will tell you that once you start carving and slicing into this, your guests are just going to love it. You're going to realize how simple it is to prepare. And all that au jus, all that drippings that come from that pan, just take those drippings, put it in a sauce bowl, about a cup of cornstarch, and you've got the most incredible. It's really quiet over here.
Because I need to be happy dancing. I need to be happy dancing. We're over here eating. Hey, can I tell you that we have fewer than 2,000 of these go around? Please, sir, please continue to carve. We are very, very busy. So many of you are looking for that perfect size prime rib. How many servings, Ray, would you recommend with this?
Well, David, something that's 7 pounds is easily going to feed 16 to 18 people.
Wow.
Easily. And that's why I said you really want to think about the leftovers. I mean,
Leftovers.
look at how beautiful this is. Now, this was at 140 degrees, as you just saw, and look at the moisture coming out of that. Now, that's because of the marbling that's inside this Black Angus prime rib. I mean, Black Angus is the very best, the small family farmers that I make sure I support because I don't want to go to those big conglomerates. I just like these small family farmers who know how to do it. And then, of course, when it gets to the butcher shop, for 47 years, David, I have to make sure my guests are happy.
If you wanted to cut off that little piece of decor right there, that wouldn't make me upset at all.
We could certainly do that, David.
You're a good man,
That's a really easy. Now I'm going to cut that into two nice pieces there
I've
for
always
you, sir.
enjoyed your company. This is even better. There is prime rib roast, and then there's Rastelli Black Angus Reserve. This is something so special and so perfect. With free shipping and handling, 5 easy payments, and that one-time only price, this becomes your center of the dinner table. And it will arrive in time for the holidays. No worries, no concerns. Ray has been with us for many years now doing this holiday delivery game. We're going to get this where it needs to go.
We are. We will make sure this gets to you for the holidays so that you've got time to thaw it out, to actually get it on your table. But look at this. I mean, this is really what tells it. Well, remember, it's completely boneless. So you're not paying for any bone
You eat it end to end.
or any fat. And we made sure of that, but we aged it that way, David. So the 45-day aging process actually is what helps to make it more tender.
Look at the juiciness.
But look at it's been
now,
sitting
if you like
here.
it more rare, then cook it less time. I mean, that's just simple, right? And so again, we want to thaw this in the fridge. 2 days.
2 days it's going to take
Then
to
bring
thaw.
it out to room temperature, leave it out for about 30 minutes.
Yep.
Pat it dry with a paper towel, and then Ray will include an entire packet of his seasoning. Use all of it. Cover this up with the seasoning all over the outside.
Yep.
And then pop it on a cooking rack in a roasting pan in about a 350 oven for how long?
It's going to be about 1 hour and 50 minutes, but I always recommend you use that thermometer. At 130, 135, it's the perfect temperature to pull it at because it's going to finally get to about 145 degrees, which is the perfect medium temperature for you. But this is what makes it.
So good. So good. Perfect. Don't miss out on this. We are very busy. Stay on the line here. We're going to keep you updated. And thankfully, Rosina has 3 things to mention to you, so that gives me plenty of time to have one more bite.
Yeah, we'll make sure
All right,
of
Rosina,
that.
you go ahead and talk slowly, my darling.
Of course, sir. You enjoy. So, update everyone. Congratulations to everyone that got the 7-piece cutlery set. So